Yo! Yo, yo, yo. Yo! Yibbity, yibbity. Yo, yo. Is anybody here? Nobody's here. Guys, get here. Get here. You should be here now. Hey. All right, all right. Give me a minute. All right, I'm good. Good. Am I good? Can't tell. There we go. Now, great. I'm fantastic even. Okay, cool. Let me go down. Oh, 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 oh. Wrong controller. What's happening here? It's saying it's the wrong controller, but it shouldn't be. That fix it? You guys can hear me? Okay, cool. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Down, down, up, down. Just having fun with it. You know what? I sound like a Friday Night Funkin' character. Hello, Willow. Hello, Willow. We're back here in pain. Also, I haven't promoted this literally anywhere because I don't want people to have to watch another 14,000 hours. Oh, hi, Swash. I sent you a message. You didn't see it. I was like, it's probably gonna be okay either way because I'm probably just gonna be doing this for a while. So, I mean, I hope not. I hope I can do it. I hope I can finish it. I didn't introduce the stream. Your voice makes me do the happy Snoopy dance. I was eating food. Why is everyone here? Hi. Hello. I'm glad to hear that my voice makes you do the happy Snoopy dance. That's why I didn't respond. No worries. No worries. But yeah, hi. Welcome. We're trying to finish this. There's progress here. So last time, I don't remember, 2 weeks ago, I think? What happened was, it was like 11 at night, and I was already needing to go to bed. But I was like, okay, if I don't get it within the next 10 minutes, no, it was like 2 minutes or so, then I'm just ending the stream. And like everyone had already left, so whatever. Oh, hi, everyone is here. Rose as a whole is always a lovely addition to your day. I'm here because I love every stream you do, Rose from Rose. Hello, everyone. Also, Dula, it's rare to see you. It is. He said he'd be here. Now you have to stay throughout the entire stream. I'm holding it against you. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. So anyway, it was right before I was gonna end it, so it was like 2 minutes. I'm like, if I don't get it in these 2 minutes, I'm leaving. And then like right at the 50 second mark, like 1 minute 50 seconds, right, like the final attempt, I grabbed the block, the traffic block on the right, except I wasn't expecting to grab the traffic block, so I instantly let go, and I fell, and I died. By the way, I got my first sub 1 hour Celeste speedrun last night, so that's fun. That is super fun. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, that kind of broke me, and I cried. I was so distraught over that. I put my headset down. I wailed, basically. But I practiced a little bit before I started the stream, and so far I've grabbed the block an additional 3 times. And each of those times I haven't let go of it, like as soon as I hold on to it, but I keep letting go too early before I get enough momentum for it to launch me to safety. So kind of just doing bad. That's a lot of explanation. Oh, okay, cool. Let's just get into it, huh? You guys basically know what's going on here. And if you don't, then shout out in the chat and I'll do a quick explanation because that's cool too. Traffic block moments. I hate them. I hate them. Of course, I looked back on the VOD too, and it's like right when I grab the traffic block is when the stream melts too. So it's like, oh, cool. You can see it kind of back, but for all intents and purposes, the actual moment isn't there. And I'm like, ah, great. Also, right before this, I ate dinner, and I was having just a bunch of fun with my family, and out of nowhere, my mom started doing her semi-goose voice, It's not. She started doing it like back in July 27th, I want to say. When I got stuck in my goose voice, she started developing her own like Jersey accent voice as well. Except hers is a lot weirder. And sounds almost identical to the character of Estelle from Friends. So we call her Estelle. But yeah, she just started doing that out of the blue, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just do my Hubert voice. I'll go along with the joke, and it was really funny. And we just had this entire huge bit, and Hubert was absolutely yelling at the top of his little goose lungs. In other words, I was yelling at the top of my lungs. With a goose voice, and it was super duper duper fun. And I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to do a goose stream, but I can't because I have an obligation to myself to get this done. I'm gonna stop talking in a minute so I can get better at this. We're gonna finish this story first. I kind of want to just like do Hubert's voice here, because I mean, there's no reason not to. But hey, I don't know. See, like, immediately when I stopped talking, I was able to do the thing that I was trying to do, so clearly there's some impairment here? Focusing too much on the story and my words, where I should be focusing on doing this thing. Oops. Man. This is not easy. But hopefully soon we'll do a goose stream. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have another stream Friday night, and I know what I want that Friday night funk. No, I'm joking. I know what I want that stream to be. But boy, I can't speak. I'm not gonna reveal it just yet. And also I'm praying to God that the stream won't just completely break, because in all honesty, it totally could. Hubert's the goose. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bebo really loves that voice too. Is that a goose emoji? I didn't know that I had those. Well, I'm gonna make one. We got it if we. Wow, brain, calm down. When I do custom emotes and stuff, Hubert has to be one of those. Hubert has to be. What is that one? It's Monkey. Chongo Watch? Oh, I should have known. I should have known. Monkey Watch. Streamer exclusive emote. It's a monkey. Ryan Chongo Show. Last name, which I do know, I think. But yeah, that's what's on the agenda for tonight. Doing this, hopefully getting through it, and maybe getting to the next portion of Sublablabs. Monkey, I wish for monkey like that as a sticker. The misspelling was purposeful, don't worry. Instead of Hubert, my brain read hurt. Ah, and I'm like, well, I suppose there isn't a Hey, what the hell you saying here, buddy? What the hell is that supposed to mean? I'd like to have a words with you, sirs. Versus Bebo incoming 2022. The chosen honker and the chosen doggo. Team Hubert. Civil War. Clay Rock Civil War. Are you a Team Hubert or a Team Doggo? It releases as one of those short films before the Sonic movie. Yeah, speaking of which, you guys see that, not teaser trailer necessarily, but you see that? Emerald Hill, baby. That was good. It was exactly 3 seconds long. And just a title reveal, but heck. Direct home video release. Wow. Your direct home? Each of... It's directly released to every single one of the Rosebuds' homes. What was that? It was Rosebuds. Rosebudses. I said it right the first time. Rosebudses. Just like those cool Scooby-Doo movies. Hell yeah. Scooby-Doo at Zombie Island. Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. Was it the Legend of the Loch Ness Monster or just the Loch Ness Monster? I have it on disc. But I don't remember which one it is. I also have the Alien Invaders one on disc, too. What? Why have you grab wall? Fall. Rosebuds. Rosebuddies. It anonymously appears in every Rosebuds' house without warning or explanation. Yeah, joke's on you, I live under a bench. It will be there waiting. It will. It will find its way to you. Someday, somewhere, somehow, you'll see that movie when it comes out. Right now, somewhere. I will burn it. That's why Team Hubert is clearly the right choice. Team Hubert would never. Oh, that was an interesting... What? Man, I should actually, like, really try to do this thing, huh? Oh, I have died. Well, then there's a 50% chance that tomorrow will appear in its place. It's Guppy's collar, but it's... Hubert's bow. God, there should be an Untitled Goose Game mod for the Binding of Isaac. Guppy's collar should totally be Hubert's bow. Of course, probably wouldn't call him Hubert because I'm the only one who's cool enough to do that. Why did I come up with the name Hubert? I do not know to this day. It's sentient. It's on VHS and it just tingles the moment you put it in. Yeah, no kidding. SCP confirmed. Yeah. I know what I was going for. It's exactly what it is. All of you are correct. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd love to do a lot more streams in general. I think last week I needed to not do another stream because like I was just super down and super busy and also not being able to do work and having to like try and put that aside for a couple hours to do a stream was like not gonna be good for me because it's like then it's just gonna be running in my brain the entire however long the stream goes, and I don't want like that stress on me and the next day. So, and then on top of that, there's also like the stress of like, well, then I'll have to edit that stream someday, and I'm just making more work for myself down the line. Which in this case, I'm still doing that, but at least the first thing isn't, you know, it isn't true. I'm not gonna be stressed. Got some work done. Got some scheduling things just perfect, man. But yeah, I'd love to stream Friday. A very specific idea, and I just pray that my internet does not break on me, because that would be nice. And then Sunday would be a nice time to stream some Overwatch with Dula. Hopefully we can do that. I can understand why you didn't stream. Uh-oh, I say yeah too much. I say anything too much, don't worry. Something that's been pointed out to me by my father, and I can't unhear it every time that I say it, or someone else says it, unfortunately, is, that being said. I apparently say that being said quite often. And I mean, he's not wrong, I really do say it super often. But it's like, things you didn't notice until someone points them out to you. And then you start hating that part of yourself. Whoopee. Yeah, but nah. I feel like I say y'all too much in text. It's just, what am I gonna say? You all? You guys? Hey, that's a gendered term. I just like y'all because, one, it's y'all. Two, people are like, you're from the South. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gay. Embrace the weird young one. The tune of Me Sports theme. Things that I didn't notice. You're welcome. Things that I should not have said. I punched him from his taint. Oh yeah, you guys still don't know that joke. Oops. There are two things that I should not have said moments that come to my mind. For myself, which is quick when you guys get it in me. And then the other one is I punched him from his taint, but neither you guys don't know. You know the first one if you watch the Super Mario Sunshine re-edit video, because that's when you guys get it in me. And I had to rework that edit from the ground up, and it's so much better now, and it's also just amazing that I have that template too. So joke spoilers, joke spoiler. But yeah, there's an upcoming joke eventually. It's been in the making for a year, where I'm punching some bad guy in Marvel Spider-Man, but I went underneath him and I did punch him in his taint. But I say I punched him from his taint, which I mean is basically the same thing but just slightly different. And I've always had the thought of the joke of things that I should not have said, and then it's the text I punched him from his taint while it's like slowly playing in the background and zooming in on it. I actually did edit that, and I still have that clip, technically speaking. But so what happened? Okay, this is from Spider-Man Episode 3, the long-awaited Spider-Man Episode 3 that I recorded in August of 2019. Clearly, it's not August 2019 anymore. I could explain what happened with this, but to an extent you guys probably already know, which is, I mean, I just haven't had the time to edit it. But one of the things that really sucked is anyone else's stream lagging, or is my internet just bad? So far, I think mine's been fine. I'm gonna check though. I put my volume up, so hopefully I'll hear it more. If it, like, the audio stops or something. That being said, you might hear, oh look, I said it. You might hear double audio of me, so sorry about that if that happens. So, yeah. August 2019, I recorded it. It was a bunch of fun. I had hack and laugh spaghetti. And then I went to edit it, and editing was taking a long time from August to January of 2020 because, like, it was just really taxing on my mental health, especially with everything else going on in the moment. And so I promised to Dula that our Stardew Valley would come out in December, and then it didn't. Clearly, it came out in July last year. Give me a sec, please. Recorded Friday the 13th, like 3 days before it went up, and I had to hurry to edit that, but it was a whole lot of fun, and I love cookies in the oven and me through a window videos so much. I will try to write down 2019 on dates. Wait, it's not August 2019. I know. It's crazy. But yeah, so I was working on editing that in the background though, because that was a video I was really passionate about and really wanted to get out there because it was so funny, and it has one of the defining Playfrog bits that I haven't mentioned or really used in quite a while because the video hasn't come out yet. It feels like I could use the joke so much more and explain it so much more, and you'll have a better time with it once that video actually comes out. Even though there is a compilation from that video, that stream, every time that I actually say spaghetti. So that's on my channel, and it is one of the best videos I've ever created. It's a really great video. Y'all, at 6:66 a.m., let's try to write 2019. Meet me at the astral plane then. There is no 666 though. So 7:06. My grammar has been suffering severely lately. Hey, it happens. I can typically understand stuff like that through text. It's not a big deal. My brain is like, ooh, puzzle, figures out sentence, got it. Unless there are just whole sentences or thought trains missing, which sometimes you just can't help. I've done it before. I know people who have done it before. 2 of them are in this chat right now. In the astral plane there is, duh, keep up. I thought you were a goddess. I don't leave the void all that often. Fair, fair. Different kind of void, just for what it's worth, Bebo. Not that one. Different void. Our void is void to the power of -1, which you know. I literally need to talk to other gods / goddesses and also to you guys. I see. Is that lore? No, not really. And no one said that in chat, but I just thought it. I forgot what I was thinking before that. What was I saying before that? What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? I'm in my own universe. Cheater, I thought we were good friends. Not the Gaster Void. Not the Gaster. How do you know the Gaster Void? Speaking of him. I forgot what I was saying. He erased it. He erased it from my memory. What was... No, it's like, seriously, what was I saying? Oh, the Spider-Man thing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Spaghetti is the greatest video I've ever created. Nothing will be ever be able to top that. I spent hours working on that too, even though it's a 3-minute long video. I exported it and then realized there's like a whole minute and a half in the middle of it where like nothing happens on screen because I paused it and was laughing my butt off. So then I had to go back and edit in a bunch of zooms and back and forths and blah blah blah, and it was really fun, but it took a long time to do all that, especially with like a crappy editing software. I'm so glad that I changed editing software. Slight getting off track, so please remind me if I completely forget. Spider-Man 3, clearly. But the first video I edited with my new editing software was It's Time. So the coming back video, the one set to the Silva Gunner Undertale remix? Not remix, but what is it called? Undertale? I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like, oh my god, goodbye to our world. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, it's a fun trailer. It's more relevant now than ever as we're getting ever and ever closer to the beginning of Era 2, which is really what that was meant for, but then just that didn't end up happening quite yet, but that video is amazing. I still love it with all my heart. I edited that music myself. I mean, clearly, I just talked about what the actual music is, but I cut very big portions out of it and stitched it together, and it sounds really neat. And I'm sad that I didn't keep the editing file because because I would love to have that version of the song still around, but I don't anymore. So, oops. But yeah, that trailer is amazing. That was the first video I made with my new editing software. I had to learn everything for the first time. That is in that video. It's amazing. But I just love that hype that it generates. It was very, very, very much inspired by Penny Parker's Here We Go trailer, which was just amazing. The first time that I saw it, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Really good at hype building, and it's like if you watch them side by side, it's like almost not identical, but the structure between them is very, very similar. There's a beginning portion talking about like coming back and being away and like excited for the future and stuff like that. Then the music kicks in, and everything's timed to it, and it's really just like hype. Then there's a small break in the middle. Then it comes back for even more hype, and then at the end there's this kind of fade out slow portion of it where it says returning blah blah blah, and in my version there's some text there saying thank you for giving me the opportunity to do what I love and be met with that exact same love. So really cool, really cool. Crappy editing software, sadly. I'm very classy. You gotta figure out how to work with it, with the limitations sometimes. Unfortunately, I knew in the long run that was not gonna be worth it. I thought, if for nothing else in the exporting time, because man, that thing was god awful. But not that my new editing software is any better. It's 10 hours to edit one 10-minute video. not really 10 hours, but it's seriously like 4 hours. Consistently, it takes 4 hours or longer to export one 15-ish minute video. So, not super great in that aspect. Also, it's not fair. I really did. I did this for an extra 30 minutes before the stream. 30-ish minutes, yeah. And I got onto the block 3 times, and I think it's probably just because I'm talking so much, but I have not grabbed the block a single time. So I gotta stop doing that in just a minute. But I gotta finish telling my Spider-Man 3 story. So, yeah. So in January, I was working on editing it, and then one time, my entire computer and the editing software decided to go take a crap because I went to save the project, and then the editing software stopped responding in the middle of it saving. What the hell am I supposed to do? I spent a good like 20 minutes waiting for it to respond. It would not. What else could I do? I had to close the program. So I closed the program. Keep in mind, it was in the middle of saving when this happened. So I try and open it back up. Open the file, the editing file back up. Gone. All the progress, all the footage, all the text, all the edits. Gone. Gone. All of that work gone. The entire episode was almost finished. Gone. So that really put me off working on that for a very long time. And then of course I had my hiatus. And from like February, that was one of the biggest reasons I took the hiatus. I'm like, yeah, I've got my own plate full with all of my school stuff, but man, I'm not gonna lie, losing all of that progress and having to rework that and several other videos that I had in the backlog from scratch was just like, okay, I can't try and keep up appearances and keep putting content out. I'm gonna need to take a break, make content during that break, and then when I'm ready to come back, I'll have like a backlog of things to post. That still hasn't happened, and I don't think that ever will for me, unfortunately. But I think this is better than what happened during the hiatus, because I didn't end up working on anything during that hiatus, because I was just so off-put by the idea of it. So, that sounds so demoralizing. Yeah, no kidding. It really was. It really was. So that is the main reason that Spider-Man Episode 3 hasn't come out yet, is because, honestly, I feel scared to work on it again. It's like, I feel like it's cursed at this point. And I have other things that I would much rather come out before it, too, even though, like, again, that's a defining Clay Frog bit, spaghetti. So just even saying it makes me laugh. But, yeah, I think there's a better plan in motion. That's still gonna come out soon. Well, like, once this gets started soon. But, like, there's gonna be some videos ahead of it. So, I'm not gonna tell you them right now, but I have 2 videos. Okay, no. I have the coming back or whatever video planned. The Rose is running late, basically. And then I have the 2 videos after that planned, and both of them are almost completely edited. One of them is technically more... Okay, so let's call them episodes 1 and episodes 2. They're completely different games, but whatever. So episode 1, I still have a bunch of footage to go through and cut down and zoom and audio and text and blah blah blah. Don't edit Spider-Man 3 at 3 a.m. It's like 20-30ish more minutes of footage to go through, but it should be fairly quick and it should be fairly simple and fairly cool and fairly fun. That's a lot of fairlies at once. But episode 2, I think almost all of it, if not all of it, is cut down. I have all the clips that I want, but for some reason I thought I'd get all the clips and then go back and edit them. Like, I'd get all the clips together, the portions that I need, and then I'll go back and actually, like, do all the zooms and texts and audios and edits and everything, and I don't know why I did that. So, technically, that one's further along, but considering the work that's still needed for it, it's not. It's weird. But they're both really close to completion in the grand scheme of things. They are 100% past 50% done. But yeah, that's that's exciting. So, and then after that, I don't have anything planned. I have so much to edit though. So, I'll figure it out. I'm not sure if it'll be, I don't think it'll be Spider-Man 3 after that. I think I'm gonna do a stream highlights of some. Help! Woo! Okay, let's not. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Oh. Oh no. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Oh. I wasn't here for a minute, but congrats. It's not done yet. No, 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 no. I don't trust it. Rose is so close here. I can't. Give me a minute. I gotta look up the tutorial. I know it's simple jumps, but I just want to I want to see how far down the wall I need to be. So give me a minute to do that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew. Oh no, I can mess up on the last jump. Oh no, what if I mess up on the last jump? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. What if I mess up on the last jump? I'm gonna mess up on the last jump. I'm gonna mess up on the last jump. Rose, this isn't the one that you shouldn't trust. I told you I shouldn't trust it. I told you I shouldn't trust it. Maybe it was. Dang. I believe in you. Fail. Oh. Rose, I know you can get back onto that block. Yeah, I know I can too. I think I said everything that I wanted to say about editing and stuff, so I think I'm just gonna really focus on this. If that's cool with y'all, probably say a lot less. Just do what I would do. Believe in you, human. I still believe in you. No matter how many times you fail, you can always get back up and keep trying. Well, you can always get back up and keep trying. I know you can do it, human. My papyrus was not great tonight, gamers. Gamer papyrus. That's right, I'm a gamer guy. Has wizard space spin ball dash ball spin ball. I don't know the joke. I messed it up. Just kill me. He's Freddy Fish 4 open on his computer. That's right, I'm a gamer guy. Did you know rolling R's is genetic? I really didn't, considering I can do it off and on. I was in Freddy Fish. That's right, Swashy. Yes, you were. I just hella spaced out. Don't you dare. Okay, it dared. I'm the secret final boss, of course. See, what most people don't know is that Freddy Fish 4 is actually harder than Dark Souls. Also, Dula, if you're still here, say something. If you're not, leave. If you're not here, I will no longer trust you with anything anymore. Yeah, you can either do it or you can't. Oh, oh. Did not know that. Some people, like, can't whistle. Some people learn how to whistle. I always thought that was super weird that people just don't know how to whistle. I'm like, I don't know how to... I did notice that too. Is it because I said Dashless? Is it because I said Celeste in the title? Am I learning the secret ways that please the algorithm? 7 viewers? That's almost the entire Rosebuds. Frederick. Why does it sound so loud? Most ever viewers, welcome to the Epic Gamer Club. Yeah. I don't think this is the most ever viewers, but it's definitely high up there. Also, I'm very glad to see that. So yeah, welcome. I am having a very tough time with this. I've touched that block 5 times. 4 times I've actually held on to it, and 1 time I've actually made it to the top. I've been playing this exact level for 6 hours, and like 5 of those hours were on this room. So, clearly I haven't. Some tough times. You were there for when there was 12-ish, though. I was trying to figure out what you were saying. I don't remember when that happened. Skate 3 surprisingly racked in a lot of just like random people and like a lot of much younger people too. It's like, first of all, why is anyone coming to a Skate 3 stream? The game has been dead for like over a decade. Second of all, why is it super young people coming to this stream too? You didn't even know. You were not even born when Skate 3 came out. Why are you here? Oh yeah. I'm friends with, well, on Twitch. Speaking, I am friends with one of Taunt's friends, but they haven't come to any of my streams. And it's like, I'm kind of sad because I enjoyed talking with them and spending some time with them. I mean, I get it. Life is hectic too, so don't take that the wrong way. I have issues, but I understand that other people do too. That's the best way I think I can phrase everything in one neatly wrapped package, is exactly what I said during the Skate 3 stream. Taunt is now online. Funnily enough, Taunt just came online. Man, the Skate 3 stream was so much fun. I'm so sorry that we had the technical difficulties where you could not hear Dula Swashi. I really thought everyone could, and like going back, nope. The entire first hour and a half, no one could hear him. And we ended up not figuring out what it was exactly about Skate 3. That's just like that. But so apparently not the both of us can't stream it and have each other's voices be on stream. For whatever reason, whoever starts streaming first gets to have that other person's audio in their stream, but that second person starts streaming and they don't even have the option of oh my god, what happened? What happened to me? What happened to me? But for some reason, the second person who starts streaming doesn't even get a chance. Typically the box comes in for the party, which is like, your audio is not included. You can go to the party and include it yourself. But when you're the second person to start streaming, like that, the other person's audio, that doesn't even come up as an option to include it in the broadcast. So for the latter half of the Skate 3 stream, it was just his and mine audio on my stream, but my audio wasn't on his stream, which is fine, because the only reason I wanted him to keep streaming after that was just for, like, his point of view for certain things. So, for the most part, I should be able to line up the 2 streams, except for, like, minor skips and, like, melts. Tony Parker. When did this start? I didn't get any news. Yeah, I know, because I didn't want to say anything until after I got this done, because this is boring. Also, hi. Skate 3 is a broken game, it really is. There was perfectly no news according to Rose. Yeah. I mean, to be quite fair, I don't think that this is... Maybe I'm completely wrong, and again, maybe my voice and me talking just makes up for it, but sometimes I need to stop talking to be able to focus, so whatever. But I just feel like this would be super duper boring. So, I've been doing this for 5 hours across several... Well, I've been in this room for 5 hours across several streams, and I've been doing Dashless for like 7 or 8. So I'm like, at this point, I feel like it's quite clear what needs to be done. It's just a matter of doing it at this point, and I feel like that's just not super. I'm just starting up my Xbox to play Doom when I see my friends, and Rose is late is streaming Celeste. Yeah, it's true. Die. Perish. Yeah. I want to play Doom as well. That's one of the games that's definitely on my radar to stream. But I have not only my full library of games, but also Dula's full library of games. And he has a lot of games, and there are so many games that I want to play and stream. So, soon when I get everything sorted out, and my channel starts to, my channel, when Clayfrog starts to get into a rhythm of like putting videos out and having that content output, I would love for there to be a lot more streams and just do a whole bunch of stuff. And I also spoke about this a little bit earlier. I would love to do a grab bag night soon, like really soon, like maybe next stream, next Wednesday that is, of just doing whatever the heck I want. Some Celeste, maybe, possibly, probably not. Some Untitled Goose Game. I'd love to get back into that and back into the Hubert voice. Some other games that aren't coming to mind right now. Into the Gungeon. I haven't played that at all before, but that's been on my radar for a while. Rose is famous. Don't forget me. This is when Rose becomes a big streamer with 1 million subscribers. Nah. Wait, this stream? Oh, heck. Do so whenever you can, please. It's amazing. I was actually thinking of streaming Doom, but now I'll be here. Yay. Yee. We lost a viewer shaking my head. They don't know the real content. It's probably because I'm talking about stupid stuff. I do not blame anyone for leaving while I'm talking about stupid stuff. Also, Dula didn't say anything when I told him to say anything, which means that he isn't here and he is going to hell. I was going to say he goes to hell, but then I switched it mid-sentence and it just didn't make sense, so I had to re-say the entire sentence. Hi, please be our friends. They can't handle our energy. We might have scared them, not gonna lie. Yeah, we're the coolest people on Twitch. You are. It's true. It's time it's time to laugh at the rosebuds, because they're laughing at themselves, because they think they are very hilarious, but they're just having a blast. Check that friend list. I'm not surprised. He said he would be here. He lied. I'll never forgive him. Animaniacs is a cartoon. No way. Yeah, I know, right? Who said anything about Animaniacs? Alright. Dumb stuff for me to say, okay? I'm gonna try and just focus for a little bit on getting this done. Yeah! It's pretty hard. Pretty difficult. In fact, it's not easy. It's in fact not easy. No, bruh. No, bruh, what? I live in the Warner Water Tower? Yeah, that's the, to an extent, yeah, that's what it's about. That's where they live. They live in the Warner Tower. The Warner Brothers, and the Warner sister, Belle. I love how absolutely no one is talking about how it says you should see our new contracts and they're signing for 2 new seasons. No one ever talks about that. I've literally not seen a single person talk about that. They're always like, Animaniacs is coming back for a season. And I'm like, no, y'all, they're coming back for 2 seasons. It literally shows so every episode. Watch the intro and that's in that Yakko's World thing. Everyone knows that song. Everyone likes that song. Not me. Neither of those things. I don't know the song. I don't like the song. Probably because it's about geography and like remembering names, and I hate that. So, but I do love the Animaniacs. I loved the original series, and I love the reboots. They're both very fun. It's amazing. I haven't watched it either. Well, I guess we'll have to give it a go. Cheeky joke that only you and I get. Give it a go. Come on, try me. I think you'll find me to be quite the talent show. Give me a chance. No, I won't lie. I have rough sides, but can I at least have a stand? We can fuse, me and you. It won't be as bad as you think. Let's intermingle. Stop being single. If we want out, we can always shrink. I'm not that bad. I'm not that rude. I'm not as lewd as you like to conclude. And I infer that if I search, there's something in you that I haven't seen. Take a shot. Bum 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 ba-da. Bum ba-da. Bum ba-dum bum. Take a shot. Take a shot. Amalgam. Lyrics by Penny Parker. On the Spot cover by Rose from Clayfrog. Yeah, that sounds nice. Really? Guys, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. That's kind of epic, not gonna lie. Y'all really thought that cover, that On the Spot cover, sounded nice. I didn't think it sounded bad, actually. I'm gonna put that out there. I was actually quite proud of that. Someone clip that. Is it too late? It's too late. I'll do it later. Fine, I'll do it myself. One day Willow will get that joke. It was nice, Rose. Thanks. Stop looking at chat. You will know when there's a new message, Rose. What the hell? I keep, like, every single jump, I just kept looking back over. I don't think she will get the joke, seeing as how far she has gotten. Hey, don't be mean to her. We have a date. Not a date. Yeah, we're gonna watch the movie. We're gonna watch a movie. No, not like that. Not at all like that, Tom. Yeah, smooch. We have a not date. We officially have an unofficial date. Fellas, is it gay to watch a movie with your homies? Answer me that, and then you'll know the answer to whether or not Willow and I have a date. The answer is no. No, we don't. Rose, no, we're not. Willow, yeah, we are. Rose be like, we should kiss to break tension. No. Stop. No. Going in the compilation? I do think so. Going right in the cringe compilation. No, not that one. The other one. The other one with Swash. That's coming at a later date. Man, when I have enough content out to be able to do compilations of my own content, man, y'all aren't ready. Everything got awkward. Bum, bum, bum. Godzilla with sunglasses meme. That's not very cash money of you. the cringe compilation or the entire bit before that. I think either can fit in your eyes, man. Would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. I think those are the lyrics. They leave teardrops everywhere. Oh wait, no. They tend to go nowhere and leave teardrops everywhere. I like to make myself believe. Have they ever heard of this cool game called Celeste? It's about climbing a mountain. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I want to play that game, honestly. And there's a twist. There's a twist?! How much twistier can you get to climbing a mountain? I've been streaming for 51 minutes, y'all, and I've made it onto this block exactly once. Are we sure we want to keep going down this route? We've been seeing the game about a girl falling through a hole for hours. Sounds interesting, though. Is that mountain really just a hill? No. Wait, oh, wait. Yeah, is it just that the mountain is really a hill? I can't speak. My brain trying to catch up, trying to get enough oxygen to be able to think thoughts. It's not working. Think thoughts. Root. I mean, IRS frick. I'm sure it doesn't have, you know, old ruins and mirror temples and you know, everything else. It might have a stone Bill statue or a Bill Cipher statue at the top. I almost said Bill Statue Cipher. What's oxygen? This is actually 100% accurate. Magic woman. Magic woman. Magic woman. Walking down the street. Magic woman. Dashing down the street, but not in this run. No, she ain't blue hair, this woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. All I wanna do is help you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. Oh, I know it'll be great, and I just can't wait to see the person you are together. If you give it a chance, you could do a huge dance, because you are a giant woman. You might even like being together, and if you don't, it won't be forever. But if it were me, I'd really wanna be a giant woman. A giant woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. That was supposed to be like Steven, but it was just bad. Oops. Like him seeing the giant woman and being like, oh, you're a giant woman. Guess I'm just too tough to cry. Steven, you were crying about snakes just this morning. They don't have arms. That was also really bad. I need to stop. Oh, hi. 9 viewers? Oh, the giant woman song got them all to come here. I've never made SU stuff. That's false. You know what's really weird? I've drawn SU stuff, I think exactly once. There is one type of snake that has little nubs for arms. That's absolutely adorable. What was I gonna say before the giant woman though? Taunt, you see what you do to me? Oh wait, I made an OC. Oh, they cringe. That was like last year, sir. Don't call it cringe if it was 1 year ago. Steven is wrong and should feel bad. Oh, I see what you're saying. I was about to be like, you said what? You're like, Steven is wrong and should feel bad, and Steven's over in the corner like, just stop it! I can't handle one more terrible thing she did, okay? Not an impression, just the line. It's not an outburst, he says as he has an outburst. I am cringe, that's the problem. You're just a snake. A snake with arms that says, bitch, I'm paying for this. I'm a snake, you're a snake. Didn't you know? The doctors never told you you're a snake. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you. There's never gonna be another snake like you. See what happens when you get me to sing Giant Woman. All I wanna do is see me turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna be is myself and get to see a giant woman. All I wanna do is help me turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna be is myself and get to see a giant woman. Oh, I know it'll be great, and I just can't wait to see the person I am once I'm through this. Oh, I know it'll be good. I don't forget the lyrics. I made my own parody, Giant Woman, at the beginning of my transition. The beginning part was very, very similar, if not it, 100%, and then I don't remember the rest of it because I am now a giant woman. I lost everything! If I could have just stopped right there, we'd be... Wait, no, I made the OC 2 years ago. Rose, don't fumble my math. No, it could not have been 2 years ago. I know for a fact that you showed me it less than a year ago. I know it for a fact. Because my math is correct. Because I got my drawing tablet. No, I got my drawing tablet my last birthday, which was less than a year ago, and I was working on something on my drawing tablet while you voice called me and showed me that. Well, you only showed me a year ago. So good job, you went a whole year without showing me your Steven Universe OC. How do you make a Steven Universe? You know, I'm gonna just let him decide to tell you that or not. And either way, you will respect that decision. Oh great, we pretty sure that it was back in 2019 and I just showed you last year because that just screws everything up. Well, I knew that you were definitely working on stuff for him, like his bio and such, because you showed me that too. I will damn. All you wanna do is see me turn into a giant. That's Opal's laugh. That's how she laughs. It's really not. We could be independent together. Independent together if we try. Independent together. Independent together, you and I am bothering endlessly. No one brought us here but me. Every step and every choice. It's my thought, it's my words, it's my voice. We could be independent together. Independent together if we try. Independent together. Independent together, you and I. I actually do not like that song. It's not a bad song, but it's not one of my favorites. Alone Together is my favorite SU song. I don't know what it is. Independent Together. I'm like, Alone Together is a different song, which is a instrumental track, but is absolutely amazing. It's for when Steven and Connie were dancing in a name the first time. It was pretty cool. That sounds weird out of context, but if you have context, it doesn't sound as weird. Also, I was trying to be like as unspoilery as possible for a show that started like a decade ago. A little less than a decade ago. I effed up. Angery. I like that face he made out of the yen sign. I like escapism. I do like escapism. You want me to sing it? Man, I'm not as good / don't like singing the free parts of escapism. I feel like I sound really bad when I try to do those, but escapist fiction is the only fiction. You're not even escaping into your own fiction. What are you doing with your life? If I could stop, like, it's fine. Just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. It's progress. Hello. Me trying to talk to myself as my therapist would suggest. Partly a joke, partly real heckin' life. Again, I've never ever seen Steven Universe except for the movie. Oh, why did you only watch the movie? I mean, I understood why you only watched the movie, but man, okay, cool. No worries. Oh, it's a song. Yeah, it's a song. Fine, I'll have to sing it, because it's a good movie. It is a good movie. I own it on disc. Oh my god, I just talked so fast. Can your guys' brains comprehend what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I know I speak really fast. I do. I get it. I really can't help it unless I'm consciously trying to speak slower the entire time that I'm forming thoughts in my head. I also don't think any of my thoughts through and they just come out of my mouth before, like, my brain really has a chance to think about them and go, oh, you shouldn't say that. I'm very much not winning. I comprehend all. I watched it since the start, but hated Future. It wasn't bad, but I don't know. I just felt all of that awkwardness and dang. Hello. I didn't like the SU movie, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about the Steven Universes. It's the decisive within the fandom. Oh no. Both the movie and the future are decisive within the fandom. I shall stop speaking about them. You know, I watched a lot of shows recently that have characters I resonate with to an extent that I hate that I resonate with them. And they're like comfort characters that I hate are comfort characters for, you know, reasons that are like fairly obvious, but it's all like mental health related. So, wait, hold on. How long is that chapter timer? Yeah, that's 7 hours. You know, dashless, trying to get through this dashless. I haven't spent 7 hours on this chapter dashless. No. I've been doing it the entire time. You see, I haven't actually finished the game yet, but I went back after, like, what, chapter 6? Is 6 Mirror Temple? Because I'm on the one right after that. But I went back because I like to go back for warm-up, and I did this deathless, and I was like, oh yeah, if I did it deathless, then I can do it dashless. I could not do it dashless. 5 is Mirror Temple? Okay, cool. Then I'm on 6. But point is... what the hell? I would teach you the setup for this room. I know what the setup for this room dashless is. I just have a hard time doing it and speaking to the funny people at home. I was doing this for this long before the temple. I honestly don't know why you're doing it the way you are. Because that's the only way I know how. I'm doing it the way I'm doing it because that's the way I'm doing it. The textures on the walls are wrong. I don't know, yo. Do you play this on PC? Are there texture differences between PC and console? I am playing... Look at this. Hold on, look at this. Look at this. Boom. Specific shape on the wall to line up my wall jump. Yeah, I've been trying to do that too. There's this, like... There's a particular portion that I see that I know is, like, I need to jump right above it for the most part, but it's, like, just hard setting that up. And just, like, actually then grabbing on the wall, and then grabbing on the block long enough to have enough momentum to launch it up, to have it launch me upwards, and then also to let go of it at the right time. Or just let go of it at all, or not let go of it too early. See, like, ouch, my bones. Way easier than just wall jumping and hoping for the best. You should definitely do that. Yeah, I know. I'm not just wall jumping and hoping for the best. I'm just having a tough time. And again, like, I haven't finished the game, so I don't know, like, a whole lot of the expert techniques and such. I know a couple of, like, speedrunning things and a lot of secrets because my friends, especially Swashy Fashi, shoutouts to her, are super cool. And, so... They've been helping me along throughout literally this entire game and teaching me how to do cool speed running stuff. Speaking of which, I want to ask you a question just in case you would happen to know the answer and no one else does. So, last time, like, just grab the wall. There's not you don't have enough wall grab though. You have to have enough grab to be able to hold onto the traffic block, the one that goes up. And if you wall grab, you're not gonna, and move up the wall or anything, or wall jump, then you're not gonna have enough grab stamina to ride the block up all the way. And especially if you're like me, and you don't jump off at the right times, then you just have to rely on, like, jumping up onto the wall next to it. Neutral 4 times. Well, that would be easy if I could consistently do 4 in a row. I say as I actually do 4 in a row, but... not... See, look at that. That's not great. Oh, I looked away. It's fine. So my question was, I finished this room dashless. Clearly, of course, I'm doing this dashless. But then I went back and was talking, and I accidentally dashed through this room into this room. I did die, and clearly I've died since then. But do you know if that, like, just completely negates dashless? Because we don't think it should, because then I did die, so that should reset it. And I did complete this room already dashless. So... Negates it. No, wait. Okay. That sucks. But to an extent, like, I won't get the thing, you know. But I'll still know that I actually did go through every single room dashless. So for right now, just to get through it, I'm cool with that. If you dash and then go into another room without dying, then it doesn't work. What? I dashed into the next room, but then, like, killed myself immediately, so... I don't know if that's what you mean, if you mean something different. It's making my head hurt. Yeah, it's making a lot of... I lost my train of thought. Cool. Very difficult, but the way they're doing it makes it way harder than me. That sounds like me. I mean, I'm just trying my best. I mean, okay, to an extent, yeah, I could try that and hope for better setup, but I don't know the exact place, and I mean, you already said that you don't either. Plus, I'm still not good at just like actually grabbing the block. That's another thing I need to work on too, so it's a combination of things. Yeah. No, that's why I said that. That's why I said exactly what you just said. Oh yeah, I should put that in my thing, huh? Oh well. I'm not worried about it for right now. I got thoughts in my own brain. You don't get to know them. To an extent, though, I mean, like, even though this has taken me quite a long time and I'm still not, like, through it, I'd still consider this a lot of really good progress, and for the most part, this has been really fun. And especially tonight, being able to be here with, like, the majority of y'all, and with you guys in chat, that's been amazingly fun. That's what's throwing me off, is how do you find it? Okay, so I can't, like, show you, because, like, I can't just point at the screen clearly. But I think I need to wall jump off right about here. So right up, there's like this flat little pixel right here that goes to the right. There's a white pixel, and then that like goes over to the right twice. So I think I need to like wall jump right above that, but again, I don't know the exact placement. That was good and bad at the same time. I'm mad at myself. it's like the Geico commercial. You almost had it. Stop pulling the fishing line away from me, old man Jenkins. I just came here for the coffee. I don't even know what we're doing. Oh, yeah. We're doing the same thing, Ton. We're still trying to get through this room dashless. We got someone in here though who does this, who's practiced dashless a whole lot and is good at speedrunning it. That first wall jump on the zipper makes it easier, but also takes some stamina. Yeah, I didn't even try. Honestly, completely honestly, was not even trying to do that. I just accidentally did that. So, again, I don't know what I'm doing, and I get that. And that's okay. Whoa. Why did I grab the wall? That was dumb. Oops. It's also really hard for me. That didn't seem right. Really hard for me to do the neutral jumps. Like, I've luckily gotten the hang of them over the course of these roughly 6 hours, but they're still difficult. They're still a toughie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, the neutral jumps are endless, right? Though? So it's like, yeah, I could potentially set it up better if I knew 100% that, like, setting it up... Okay, that I'd be setting it up in the right place. And, if I could consistently get it when I set that up. And have enough stamina through the rest of it to be able to do it. But clearly I don't, and I need to conserve as much stamina as I can for after the traffic block portion. And so while I could set it up better, that would require grabbing the wall and taking some stamina out where I don't have stamina to give. So luckily the neutral jumps are just about endless, except for when I mess up. So even though it's not a good setup, I already got it 5 times on my own without all of that, so... Some really technical stuff for someone who's not looking for technical stuff, but to have fun and get an accomplishment they're proud of. Oops. Oh. I mean, like I said, I've not only got on this block before a couple times, but I've gotten to the top. Was it twice or just the once? I think it was just the once. And then had some trouble on the parts after that, though. Doing it my way, so. Ooh. Climbing down doesn't use stamina? Isn't it holding the wall? And then going down? Doesn't holding the wall at all use stamina? Okay. Holding the wall at all does not use stamina. Gotcha. Oh, interesting. Cool taunt. See you soon. Oh. I think I like not clipped through the corner, but like my head hit the corner, so it like pushed me to the other side of the block. Which I mean it should do. That's a good game mechanic. Oops. I just couldn't get back to the block to grab it. Tell me why I sounded like Flowey, Omega Flowey right then. Oh. Man, okay, dumb things that happen in my brain, volume 14. Got another message? Alright, cool. Let me read that in 14 years. Did I just use the arbitrary number of 14 twice in a row? Interesting. Yeah, like I said, it's a good game. It's a good game mechanic. And is super helpful for like being able to know that you're far enough over to actually, is again, Mimi Big Dumb, so. My wall texture is different. Because wall texture is different. Not all wall textures are created equal. I'd say it's equal, just different. It was a bad joke, so I fixed it. Well, made it a little better. Let's try it. Differences between console and PC. So I thought, mention that like at the weekend. That's interesting to note, though. I wonder why that is. Wonder why the wall tiles? I said tires, and then I questioned that by trying to say it again, but then I said the correct thing, so it really didn't make any sense. I wonder why the wall tiles have RNG and why it's different on console and PC. That's an interesting game / code mechanic. It might be due to the different engine running a different code. Cool, I can't wait for you to watch this part and watch me make an absolute fool of myself like last time. I can't imagine wall tiles being something that affects frame rate, but I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like if they needed to fix frame rate on console, which maybe this is different as well. Maybe like the snow in this Forsaken City was different. Yeah, I'm gonna hold left and grab. Okay, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try and internalize what it means. But to be honest with you, I don't think I understand. How can you not understand? It's only hold left and grab. It's stupid. Big stupid. In this brain, the biggest stupid you've ever seen. Hold left and grab. Which should put me at this little one that comes down off the ceiling. Hold right and let go of grab, and then hold it again. Jump left. Oh. I mean, if that works, that setup is super easy. Grab. I was doing my own dashless one. No need to be sorry. I very much thank you for that. I did do your instructions and it did make sense. Trust me, how something looks visually can affect the gameplay. No, I get that, but I mean, the wall tiles don't move and such. So I mean, that's why I was confused about frame rate. No problem, I was just happy to see she made it. By the way, how's it usually going? Alright, so, you just have to, like, jump at the last moment. Good luck. Ah, yeah. Okay, cool, thank you. Do I have to? I don't have to duck, right? I just have to pray. Rose, you want to wait until the... Yeah, I know. You want to wait until past the last second. You have 6 frames after falling to jump. Oh, so if, okay, let's say hypothetically, I notice a change in my elevation. So I jumped, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see because there's no pal here, but it looks like I did jump before I hit the ground. That's, oop, I didn't fall. Well, that was a wall jump. I don't know. 6 frames, let's count them. I'm joking. Practice on this thing. Oh yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. I'll probably run off the edge though, because I'm, again, stupid. That looked good. That looked good. That looked good. That looked... Ah! I told you what would happen. Every time I leave the computer and come back, you're somehow up there. Yeah, just count. Well then. Told you what happened. Told you. I literally said that it would happen, and then like the true prophet I am, it did happen. Dude, like, every time I come in here, you're on top of that thing. Never mind. Dude, like, you are my blessing and my curse. Yeah, we call this one of those man moments. Maybe one of those dang moments, you know. That was a great run, though. At least we got... Okay, we did make progress, because I haven't made it to the other platform before. So... we could hang up on the fact that I've been stuck on this for 7 hours. Or we could revel in the joy that I have made progress. Very, very small progress. There's another weird difference between console, specifically PS4 and PC. In the menu, it says rumble at the top. On PS4 specifically, it says vibration. Interesting. Well, it also says it on Xbox, apparently. I was wondering, I felt like my vibrations were a lot heftier tonight. I guess maybe I accidentally changed the vibration setting. That would be the clear duh answer, right? Sorry, wrong console, my brain is just so big. Right, clearly, yeah. My brain is so big it can't hold all the information I put in it. So it's so big that those thoughts are just in this vast nothingness, rattling around in there like 2 beans in a soda can. And that's my brain. Why did I think 2 beans? Why did I think soda can? Hey, don't question the method. Just acknowledge the result. Alright, just like try to find a specific pixel to grab for that setup. Trust me on this, it'll take so much less time. But so much less time and so much less frustrating are 2 different things. For a person who speedruns this, I understand that that your entire goal is to take as little time as possible. I am not a speedrunner. I am not speedrunning this. I'm just trying to do it. And I feel like at this point, I'll try to get that setup, except I won't be able to get the setup, and then I'll just get frustrated at myself for not being able to get the setup. I mean, at this point, probably not, because like if I tried to get it and I couldn't get it, then I'd be like, huh, told you so. So, I mean... I would point at the place I think you need to use, but that would be way too convoluted. Convoluted. I get that, sorry, I'm just... I don't want to tell you that you don't need to be sorry. But in this one particular moment, you don't need to be sorry. This is possibly on me. I'll admit that. I'll admit that. I feel like for a large portion of this, you have just like come into this live stream, and I don't think you were trying to sound like just rude, but for a while there, you really kind of did. And I think some other people noticed that too in chat, because a lot of the other people who are here suddenly just stopped saying things. And except for Biwo, who specifically told you to stop backseat driving. which I think. And also, I want to just put out there for the record right now, to an extent, I mean, if I need to ask someone to help me with the game, someone to help me with the game. If I need someone to, if I need to ask someone to tell someone to stop backseat driving, I'll do that too. To an extent, I'd like to think I can take care of myself. To an extent, I know this is not true and that everyone needs help. And that's how I said to an extent 4 times in 1 minute. I honestly, when you said like just the hold left, hold right part, I didn't think that was gonna work, and not because you said so. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that correctly and have it, ooh, nice voice crack, and have it work. That sounded terrible. I just heard it back. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to do that properly, and then it was again going to be one of those things where, told you so. But then it did work, and I'm like, all right. I do get what you're saying here. That clearly did work. I'm sure you're right about this other thing. But I really just don't think I could. I don't think I could set this up correctly. Clearly, I'm still having trouble with it. That was me trying to grab the wall and put myself in the right pixel that I think I need. And I still wasn't able to do it because I'm just bad. Call me Michael Jackson, because I'm a bad joke. Ooh, wait, that sounded way worse than I meant it to. Yikes. If you're still here, I noticed that your account was created in 2016. How long have you been running / playing Celeste? I'm curious. A lot of things to say, but I cannot put any of them to words. So, typically I can't, and that's why you hear me stutter over my own words and lose my train of thoughts and say, oh, a lot. But I think these thoughts had been kind of rolling around in the back of my head, so I wanted to say them for a while, and I did kind of develop those specific thoughts in my head. I've been playing since May 2018. That's super cool. I've been playing... Okay, this isn't a fair assessment. I've done, let's see, 11 streams on this game, I think, so far. And, like, 5-ish, 6-ish of those have been going through the chapters so far. And then the other 5 have been doing just stupid stuff like this that I'm having trouble with. Because, again, have not finished the game. Do not currently speedrun it. But I think that that's super cool. And to an extent, hey, I said it again. I wouldn't say I'm a speedrunner at heart, but I've always been interested in the idea of speedrunning games and games that I love. Even if they were like really stupid or simple games on like a DS way back in the day. And stuff like that, I've always entertained the idea of how fast could I get through it. And of course, a lot of that was before I had access to the internet. So... I didn't, like, know any strategy guides or didn't have anyone to help me. I was just, like, curious. If I could play the game, but as fast as possible, how could I get through the game? But recently, the quote-unquote speedrunner instincts have, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing Dashless before beating the game, but I feel like you're a bit too far at this point. Yeah, exactly. Me too. I feel that exact same way. I feel like I should not have done this yet, but I also feel like I am too far to quit. Oh, I didn't see your other message. Hold on. Oh, you just said it. Okay, cool. Cool, thank you. What was I thinking? I was trying to say the speedrunner instincts have come back into me. They haven't. But I started playing Portal in July. Like, July 8th was the first day that I played Portal. And I absolutely fell in love with it and trying to get through it as fast as possible. I fell in love with the process of trying to get through it as fast as possible. That one kind of happened, like, coincidentally because, like, I didn't beat all of Portal 1 on my first, you know, like, 2-hour stream. even though it's a relatively short game. It was my literal first experience with the game. So I took some time with it. But then it didn't save my progress because of the weird backwards compatibility save things between, like, Xbox One and Xbox 360. So, it just, like, didn't save my progress. So then I had to, like, play through the entire beginning of the game again on my second stream of it, which I did the next day because I loved it so much. And then got even further, still didn't beat the game, so I had to do another round where I had to get through all that beginning portion plus the portion that I did on the second stream, and finally beat the game on the third time. But clearly I'd already been, like, going through the game as fast as possible to an extent at that point, so I was, like, quote-unquote speedrunning it. Like, there's still, like, techniques and things that you learn when you, like, actually speedrun a thing. But, like, a speed playthrough maybe is a better description of it. But yeah, I absolutely fell in love with that. And so now I have learned quite a bit of the mechanics of Portal and the speedrunning mechanics and tactics of Portal. Some of them are a little bit impossible to do on the 360 version, because Portal Still Alive is ever so slightly different than Portal, and those small differences completely knock out a few very key tactics slash parts of the speedrunning experience for Portal. So, unfortunately, no one's done or at least to my knowledge, no one's documented or really done a walkthrough, not a walkthrough necessarily, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. A run of Portal Still Alive, because I think I saw maybe one, but it wasn't actually a speed run, it was more like a speed playthrough. So, through watching a bunch of videos and trying to learn those specific mechanics, and learning that some of them you just can't do on 360, my current time on Portal Still Alive is, like, just above, if not just under, I can't remember exactly, 30 minutes, which I know isn't the fastest time, especially when, like, the fastest time, I think, by a human in Portal is 10 minutes. But again, there are certain big skips that I just can't do, so. My save file for this game got corrupted not too long after beating the game, but with my, oh my god, so many hours in it, I think I've gotten a bit further since then. Probably. But I mentioned this love for Portal and speedrunning Portal because to an extent that I transferred over to this game, this was the first game that I played. Well, this was the first story-driven-ish game I played after I really started getting into speedrunning Portal. And I always knew that I was going to want at some point to try and quote-unquote speedrun it, speed playthrough it. And so I've gotten pretty far since my first playthrough. My first Forsaken City took me like an hour, I think, but it was my first Celeste playthrough, and so many people came to the stream, including, again, Swashy Fashi, who is still here. And she helped me find, like, almost all of the strawberries, and just a bunch of cool other secrets, so that's part of why it took so long on my first attempt. But now I can get through Forsaken City in 1:37, so I know there are much quicker times, but again, for someone who's not a professional speedrunner, who has only really speedrun one game before, and is mostly just having fun with this game while she can, I'd consider a 1:37 for Forsaken City really cool. Are you trying to grab the wall and then immediately wall jump? No, I'm trying to do neutrals. I'm just bad, and sometimes it wall jumps. I think the big reason I'm messing up is because I'm bad and talking at the same time. That's pretty good for someone who hasn't beaten the game. I mean, when you're jumping to the zipper. I mean, yeah, I'm grabbing the wall and wall jumping. I don't think I'm jumping. I don't think I'm pressing right. I don't think I'm wall jumping. I think I'm jumping to the left, because then I have to go back to the right. Oh, unless I'm wrong. If I hold right on the wall and I wall jump, that'll take me relatively as far left as it can, but then I'll already just be going right because I'm holding right and I won't have to switch. Would that make it easier for me instead of holding left and then trying to go right in to grab the zipper? Is that what they're called, by the way? We've just been calling them traffic blocks. It's shocking to me to even see y'all do more than the main story. That's really just pure spirit, huh? Yeah. You're wall jumping while grabbing and then pressing left. I believe that makes the jump impossible. No, I'm jumping. I'm on the wall because I'm holding right. So I jump and hold left. And then hold right to grab the zipper. Instead, you should either not grab at all or grab for a bit longer, start holding left, then jump. Like I just said I do. Right? And I mean, clearly this method, if you want to call it that, isn't impossible considering you've seen me get to the top twice. Well, no, you've seen me get to the top once, but I have gotten to the top twice. I don't think that's what you're doing. I don't know what to say to that other than I can only tell you what I'm pretty sure my fingers are doing. I can't tell you my exact timing for the inputs that I'm doing, so... But to do the neutral, you stop holding the wall. So when I stop holding the wall and I fall down it like that, then I press A and hold left, and then hold right to get to the zipper. I feel like that's just about the extent of... I know. I know. I'm not quite executing it correctly. Trust me, I know. That's why I've been on this for 7 hours. I'm trying my best, and to an extent, I gotta stop saying it. I've said that so many times. It's working a little bit. A little tiny sliver. But that little tiny sliver is a lot more than a lot of people who haven't even attempted this. So, it's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Even if you can only solve one face of a Rubik's Cube, that's so much more than most people can do. So that's like super cool. And if you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, like I do, then you're in a very small percentage of people. Because again, many people just don't even know, won't even try. And sure, of course there are people that can do it faster and better, solve a Rubik's Cube. But that's such a smaller percentage in the ratio of people who have even just attempted and can get through a Rubik's Cube slowly. So in other words, what I'm saying here is that I'm in a very small percentage of people. And yes, you are in an even smaller percentage of people. But I'm still gonna take my part with pride, even though even though I'm bad at it. I had no clue that they made fish tacos. What? I had fish tacos last week. This week? It was last week. It's 5 days ago. Taco Inc. Who is they? Master Taco. That's their name. I've been playing this game way too much recently too. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I've been stuck on this game. Stuck is a weird term to use, but I'll explain in a minute. On this game for, like, months now. And that's because, like, I so far only really stream one day of the week. And there's been a lot of times where I didn't stream. And again, there have been a lot of times where I've just gone back and done something stupid. Not unlike this. And I've spent like 3-4 streams / weeks doing just Dashless itself, so. Sharks make fish tacos? What about cow tongue taco? Makes sense. The taco architects. How in the world am I getting deja vu from this? That doesn't make any sense. Want to hear me? I know. My brain be like that. Or just brain be like that. You want to hear my interesting idea about deja vu? It's not interesting at all. Short version, when you experience deja vu, it's like you've had that memory before, right? That's the whole reason that, like, deja vu exists. It's like you feel like you remember this exact thing happening before. But what you don't remember from your deja vu memory is you saying deja vu, or I'm experiencing deja vu. So, question, if what's happening when you experience deja vu is that you're really just kind of like remembering / it's like a leak from another timeline. If you say deja vu each time that you encounter deja vu, are you effectively altering your timeline? Food for thought. Deja, food for thought. What? What that literally isn't what deja vu is, but okay. What do you... What's the scientific explanation for deja vu? Enlighten me, because I'm pretty... honestly, if you do know what it is, and you're like 100% sure of it, honestly, enlighten me. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being like, oh, I know everything. I would legitimately like to know if we know why we experience deja vu. But I don't think we do. I don't think we do know why we experience deja vu. After the scenario before, either in a dream or the subconscious thoughts, I believe. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's probably your subconscious. Unless... unless we do believe in the many worlds interpretation and that every choice we make has some effect on our timeline. Which isn't super scientific right now because we don't know, because technology isn't advanced to know right now. We really don't know if anything like the butterfly effect is actually real or not at this moment in time, because, ironically speaking enough, we're not in the right time to know about time. Hey, I see what you're doing, I think. You might just be starting to grab at the end way too early. Blah. There's a word that is like deja vu that says experiencing deja vu without it happening before. I don't, that does not compute. But why, and to an extent, I gotta stop saying to an extent. So, why would the brain be creating these scenarios that we end up reliving later? Because some of them are so out there and so random, which does make sense for the brain, because like dreams don't make sense. But, like remembering quote unquote fish tacos and to talk about fish tacos in my Twitch chat while I'm playing Celeste, that's a lot of specific details that are so specific to be, that are too specific to be random, I feel. Could be totally wrong. Also, I'm just, take every single thing I'm saying with a grain of salt, because again, like I said, I really don't know everything about science, and I said there might be like explanations for stuff already that I just don't know, because I mean, as a human, yeah, that's a thing that happens quite often. We don't know everything. But I do love like time travel stuff, time travel stories, and books and movies. I mean, the films are typically like, visually interesting and plot-wise interesting, but they entertain the, well, not they entertain, they hold the question within themselves of how realistic are they? And again, we can't know right now. But I really think the thought of not necessarily just time travel, but the many worlds / alternate timelines, all of that is like super engaging to me, because if the butterfly effect does exist, every single thing you do in your life has a butterfly effect, right? Every single breath that you have taken has gotten you to this exact point. Now, a few breaths here and there would probably give you the same results if you hadn't taken them. But the majority of events in your life had to happen in a specific way for you to be where you are right now. And if they were different, then you would most likely be somewhere way different. Right? So, the extent of my knowledge is that brain is stupid and gets many things wrong. Yeah, that's true. When you grab, jump on a wall, and then press left to about a sixth of a second, it doesn't use any stuff. Where? Oh, my stream? What the hell happened? That was weird. That part I got. My brain thought that maybe you knew something that I didn't know about something completely different, but no, it was really just straightforward. I'm not surprised that my brain didn't pick up on that though. I must be one of the most boring people to talk to. Most people have like really engaging conversations, and I'm like, what if every time you say deja vu, you're changing your timeline? Who do you know that speaks like I do? Who do you know that has conversations like I do? Sometimes I do believe the congregation of your lifetime experiences make these scenarios in your head, and since they do random combinations to make dreams, then it doesn't make it impossible to end with a dream that has the alignment to reality. I want to talk more about this later, Rose, because we're on a similar thing. I agree with that. That is very much a possibility. And the really cool thing is about all of this speak that is theoretical right now, the really cool thing about it is that someday it won't be theoretical. Someday we'll have, like, the technology to be able to understand which, or even neither, or even both of us is correct. And this is why I think it's funny relating back to time travel and like all of those things. I think it's super ironic that we talk about the idea and prospects of time travel, yet we're limited to our knowledge of time travel by our time. I find that incredibly ironic and very funny. But also really cool to look towards the future, because... which is also another form of time, so there you go. Also, I posed the question in a school discussion post I had the other day, so I'm probably about to be like called out by multiple other classmates and possibly my teacher. But if you think about it, at this moment in time, like the thought of time travel and time travel itself is a pseudoscience, because the scientific method can't be completed on time travel because, again, we're limited by the technology of our time. We can't do any experiments on time travel. We can't record any data on time travel right now. And we can't share that data with anyone else. So, because it simply doesn't exist yet. And so in that way, at this current time travel is a pseudoscience. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I'm dumb. because my brain thinks that's the right way. Gee. I mean, I didn't think so. Considering I only start to press grab when I'm in the air so that I can grab onto the zipper block. But I mean, I could be wrong on what my fingers are doing. You probably... That would have sounded super sarcastic. I'm glad I didn't say that. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if I do, it's completely on accident because I'm really not trying to. I'm only trying to press grab when I'm in the air. Okay, cool. Wait, bop, bop. Oh, you were wrong. I did your method and it failed. This can go on forever and I would be happy, lol. But yeah, I talked about it being a pseudoscience. That was the whole point of the oh my god, stutter. The discussion post was to like talk about a specific pseudoscience and what are the beliefs of that pseudoscience and why is it a pseudoscience? Why is it a pseudoscience? And also just like explaining the explaining the definition of a pseudoscience, basically. But what I said, and like I said, I posed the question. What if we, in some alternate timeline, already had the technology and the ideas and the know-abouts and the brain power to time travel, to either create a time machine or just be able to time travel in general. But the implications of it were so powerful that the only choice was to go back in time and stop us from creating time travel. Now, that poses an interesting paradox because, well, if we stop ourselves from creating time travel, well, then we can't time travel back to stop ourselves from creating time travel. So, again, does that bleed into the belief that if you change, time, you can go back to your time, your alternate now reality, or are you stuck in the timeline that you've just created? Because if you're stuck in the timeline that you've just created, then this would be a paradox, and it wouldn't make sense. What has happened while I was gone? Nothing, mostly deja vu and tacos. But hey, a possibility. I know. Again, I have thought about this quite often, and I love talking to anyone who will listen about it, and I don't get that chance very often. Because I feel like it's really boring to a lot of people. Or it's like the people who are like really stuck up on like certain ideas, like aspects of it, of like, no, time travel is just in the movies. And like, to an extent, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we only have time travel in the form of movies right now, but we can't rule out the possibility that time travel will exist in the future, because guess what? We don't know what the future holds in store. We don't know what the future has for us. We don't know what it has in store for us and hold for us. So, yes, time travel is not a possibility right now. That does not mean that time travel will never be a possibility. It also does not necessarily completely mean that time travel will become a reality. It doesn't completely lock it into existence. Sorry, Taunt, you've just been thrust into the middle of this, huh? There's a lot of paradoxes. Yeah, I literally was just talking about it. You would go back to your time and trace of past events would be forgotten or erased. But would they? We don't know that for sure, right? So that's not like a, no, you're wrong. That's there are a couple of ways this could go, and they're all super duper interesting. And that's why I feel like this would be like super boring to talk about with someone who's like really stuck in like the ideas that they have. I'm not denying anything is possible with time travel, and I'm not saying that everything is possible with time travel either. Because, again, can't know, and that's pretty cool. We can always speculate and write things, and we can't necessarily begin to record data on it yet because, we don't have anything to experiment with. We don't have anything like that. But something I mentioned in my discussion post, again, was talking about pseudoscience and the scientific method. And the first part of that is making a hypothesis. And so I think anytime that someone like me or Willow talks about these things, we're making our own hypotheses. And in that sense, we're starting the scientific method. And even if this cycle won't be completed in our lifetimes, if it won't be completed in, centuries, that the cycle has already started, and we can only hope that one day it will be completed and that we'll have some definitive answers. And hopefully they won't be scary and disastrous and world-ending. So, time travel is really messy, just a lot of paradoxes. There are two types of ways, one being a straight line where those things were meant to happen, or a new timeline events that create these. There's a timeline where I'm a Walmart worker right now. Now, see, that's the thing though. Like, I very much believe that there has to be. Like, I very much believe that the many worlds interpretation, the alternate timelines theory, that has to be true. I feel like the writing about the butterfly effect isn't just writing, but like some serious thought to it. And it's like one thing could change everything. And if you think about your life right now, you could think about it. You'd find your own butterfly effects. Your one small event would change everything. So, like, again, I very much do believe that, yeah, there's a universe out there where you're a Walmart worker. But what if there isn't? What if that's somehow just completely incorrect? Where time doesn't exist, but different universes are happening instead of time travel. Yeah. I don't know, time is such a freaking weird concept as a whole, depending on so many factors. As a person, time changes, and it's weird, you know what I mean? Like, the happier the person, the quicker the time goes, and the slower when you dread or actually think about it. I feel that time doesn't exist as a whole, but it's just a way of measuring existence to make an answer to what we live for. Right. I mean, okay, that's kind of just true. Because time was the measurement of time. Not necessarily the passing of time itself, but the measurement of time that we know today was an invention. So, time kind of is a social construct. Time is a creative concept. Time was invented to sell more pocket watches. Changed my mind. You ever go back and watch the original seasons of Steven Universe, and you just hear Steven's young little laugh, that wholesome chuckle, and it just warms your heart? I know if Swash for you don't know, but does that does that ever happen with you guys and me? Is it like when you hear that one particular chuckle of mine, does it ever give you those like warm, such a cute giggle? Oh, the good old days chuckles. I just love that laugh. Does it give you those vibes? It's not a laugh, it's a chuckle, but... You know, I'm thinking, what would happen if at a certain point, every clock, digital measurement, or any trace of measurement of time was erased? So you're saying, what if we went back in time and uncreated time? Interesting. Think about, okay, here. Think about this right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 devices, 4 measurements in front of me right now that are all counting time. We've got the timer in the top left. We've got my stream timer that says 124 minutes on the other side that you can't see. I've got a clock up to my right. I've got a phone to my right. All 4 of those things wouldn't exist. Well, the phone would still exist potentially. Maybe not, because again, butterfly effects, we wouldn't know. But how much, if at all, / how drastically would each of these things change? Speedruns as a whole wouldn't exist. I mean, the measurement of the time, it'd be like, what feels fastest? If only there was some way to measure it. Unfortunately, there isn't. You know? Not where, Rose, when. I get warm feelings from, like, baby giggles and coos, I guess. I hate baby noises. I don't know about Steven, though. But yeah, it was a young boy laughing, so that's cute. Mr. Peabody ain't teaching me this shit. Everyone, I'm back. Why did I miss marijuana thoughts? No, actually, they would. Nothing would exist. Just more talk about time travel. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite movies is Back to the Future. I do love that movie. I love the sequel as well. Not as much. Like, still, like, if I had to pick my top 10 movies, I feel like the first 2 parts of the Back to the Future trilogy would definitely be in there. And, like, if you said top 15 movies, then maybe part 3 would be in there. I think as a whole, part 3 is, like, my least favorite one. But man, that first one's amazing. Technology needs a time to melt metal. To measure how much pressure you need, how much time has a system existed. What? Food has a certain time of freshness. Taking it away would just make it impossible to know what's good or bad. I assume it actually wouldn't... Okay, here's a thought. Limitations breed creativeness. Okay? You ever want to write out a tweet, but it's longer than 280 characters, so you have to think of a way around it so that you can say all that you want to say, but in as little characters as possible? That's the exact thing I'm talking about. Limitation breeds creativity. So, if we couldn't know how long our foods stay fresh with a measurement of time, what else would we create to be able to know? Also, I can't say for certain that that guy is gone, but like, I'm literally not pressing the hold button until after I leave the wall. Are you removing measurements or something? Measurements of time. We're talking about what time. Time is an invented construct. Time is a human concept that was invented. Like, technically speaking, the passing of time existed, but the measurement of what we call time is invented. The clocks, the milliseconds, that was all those were all ideas invented to measure time. What if we didn't have those, is the thought. So certain things would not exist is the most probable thought. Like I said, there's 4 different things in front of me right now that are telling me different times, that are measuring different times. Taunt proposed the idea of food and freshness. We need the measurements of time to be able to know when foods would go bad, because typically we rely on those amounts of time to know how long a food can last and be fresh. What I was saying is limitations breed creativity, so would we have created something else in this particular case to be able to know when foods go bad? Would we have created some sort of more scientific way of looking at it, like the chemical structure or something like that? Would it be, in most cases, they turn colors, so that's pretty helpful, pretty easy, but not all cases. So how could we measure age? We wouldn't. We use it to determine how long someone has. We wouldn't. I don't think we would necessarily know how long someone has to live. Or again, we would find out new things. That limitation would breed creativity to us finding out a new way of learning about the different processes of death and figuring out how they happen and what the warning signs are. We already kind of have that with certain things, but like, what if there are certain things that we don't know because we haven't thought to look for? That's the limitation of not having time as a measurement would allow us to find out. We rely much too heavily on the concepts and constructs of time. Oh, I'm late for a date. Oh, I've got an appointment in 30 minutes. Oh, I got 8 hours of sleep. Think about how many times you say something relating to time in a day. Even that counts as one because I just said times, which relates to the construct of the It's hard to talk about this specific thing without mentioning its definition, which is like a big pet peeve of mine. But hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, we were coming up with some really deep thoughts here. They're not really inventions. A day is a full rotation around the sun, and we just call it something different. To an extent, yeah. Like 3 moons and the food is bad. Well, if you think about that, cats kind of already have that. And I'm gonna say something here that's like really controversial and stupid. But let's look at the Warriors books for an example, right? Like they talk about time in the constructs of their moon cycles. And how many moons has it been? So they use the day and night cycles, but they also do use the fullness of the moons. To understand their concept of time. So what would ours be? Would we still use the moon and sun? To an extent, I feel like we totally would, but what other things would dictate that? And would it be the moon cycles that we keep track of for things like freshness as well? So, but those are still constructs. Those are still concepts, ideas, inventions for... the sun and the moon still set regardless of any human interaction, but the humans take note of them and then make a schedule of that. That schedule is an invention. Like it's literally an inevitability that humans will create a time management because we're a naturally curious species. Probably yes. Imagine if we were immortal. Who says we're not? I'm sure. A lot of people. Well, they can't say it anymore, but you get what I'm saying. I'll explain what I meant, because that sounded really bad. I don't think our sanity would resist. I know what you're talking about, but I'm already immortal. All this stuff, so that's kind of cool, though. No. The Good Place is a show I like is actually covers a nice way of how dying is nicer than living forever. Oh, I already know how dying is nicer than living forever, because then you don't have to see everyone that you love age and pass on without you. So anyway, yes and no. I mean, living forever is amazing, but would you think the same in Millennium Warriors? I think immortality would be good as long as we can still die when we choose. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I said it's not nice to actually live forever, but when you have forever to explore forever, does it really change you, though? Like, we live forever, we must find a way to discover this infinite universe, infinite to explore with no bounds of time. I feel like there could be a lot done with our measurements of time. Like, if we didn't have those limitations, like, oh no, it's such and such time, I've got to go to bed and waste a quarter of my day, a third of my day, sleeping. Like, if we didn't sleep, productivity, if we didn't have the need to sleep, let's rephrase that, we could get so much more done, right? So, what I meant about immortality is a very specific concept in my mind that's been rattling around for a long time, but has like come back more and more so. That's gonna sound bad when I explain it. Recently. So let me explain. I'm fine, it sounds a little bit morbid, but just hear me out, alright? We don't know what happens when you die, right? You stop existing in this world. Well, not unlike time travel, we don't know if that exists at this current moment. We also don't know if the many worlds interpretation exists. And we also don't know what happens when we die yet. Technically speaking, since we don't know, a theory could be that when we die, we're just kind of booped over to another world, right? Another universe, another timeline, another reality. This could also a little bit explain the Mandela effect. Some of those people just actually lived in an alternate timeline, and something happened to them. They didn't know about it, and now they're in this timeline. To an extent, that would explain that. Now, here's where the big thoughts come into play. So, content warning, trigger warning, suicide. What if you killed yourself? Would you die? Would your consciousness stop existing? Or would it be booped over to another universe? We don't know. Well, I mean, most likely not, but we can't rule it out right now. And here's the thing. No one will know right now. Because anyone that would quote-unquote try, well, then they would just go into that other world and then we wouldn't know. And then they might be able to tell someone else in the other world, but they wouldn't believe them. Unless they're a scientist, maybe. But the question remains. What if? What if? What if that's what happens? Have you ever thought about a world where you don't exist? Everything goes on the same, just without you. And no one knows that you're not there. No one misses you because you don't exist. Thought terrifies me. Some interesting things to note here. All of this, again, is theoretical. All of it is because, again, we're limited by our time. We can't know. So we can talk about this. And I love talking about this. All of it. The time travel, the many different worlds, the yada yada yada. I love talking about it. It's fun. It's scientific in a way. It's theoretical in a way. Well, not in a way. It's completely theoretical. But by definition, it's completely theoretical. But that's what makes it fun. It's conversation and it's ideas. And again, as humans, we breed creativity. Okay, here's a really cool application of that. Limitations breed creativity. Well, thinking about all of these different things, all of these different theories we all have, aren't those creations because of our limitations? Because we don't know, because we're limited, we come up with these theories. That just proves the... Okay, Goner Kid from Undertale. Ah, dang it, you got the reference. Snap, I can't. Come back to me. Go to someone else. Call in somebody else. Teacher, miss, call in somebody else. Nope, it's gone. My anxiety is peaking, but as it does so, my curiosity and... Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait, there's a hold on I didn't read. Not sleeping would boost productivity a lot, but your body has a limit. My anxiety... Yeah, I read that one. Sorry about that. People have said that we are born as everyone in the universe. Like, you're just one being that exists and experiences in life, but then you die, forget everything, and start again. Yeah, I know. I think about that as well. Because again, energy can't be created or destroyed. It just changes form. Energy and matter. Well, yeah. So where does our energy go? When we die, there is an energy within us. A soul, a consciousness. Where does it go? So does it go to another world? Does it go to another body? Are we born again as a baby? It's a start again? I don't know. It goes into the ground and feeds the plants. That is the circle of life, but I don't mean... I understand that the body does that, and some of, like, our electrolytes, but I mean, like, what makes us, our, again, like, soul. Those yummy plants. There are loads of theories of afterlife, but just saying this. Lots, if not all, talk about a spirit, so there's something everyone knows, and there are others that connect in different ways, and yeah, that's true, but... that's true if it's infinite possibilities of worlds and stuff, but positive thought, in a world I have powers, right? Like these false worlds and stories we make must exist somewhere, right? Yeah. Every single story that everyone has created, that someone has created, exists, like just actually exists in some timeline. Okay, laws of Newton. And transfers. Big brain are fucking higher than the clouds. Both at the same time. Which is especially interesting for those of us who don't do drugs. Man, how boring has this been? I'm sorry, y'all. I was really hoping I'd get through it tonight because I got on... We're doing it right now! This is it! This is it! Shut your butt! Shut those cheeks! I don't want to see them! put some pants on him. We're doing it. This is it. I'm gonna fall. You lied to me. My character possibly, like, I don't know, but they could wish... I don't understand what you just said. I think there's a lot missing from that, or I'm just dumb. Either way, I have no idea what you just said, Willow. I gotta, so, like, that one setup that that dude said, I tried once. I missed it. Pain, we didn't do it, don't worry. Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. Right, that setup that he said worked once, and then I've tried it those other 2 times, and it just hasn't worked. So, like, I'm glad it works that once, but that might have just been positivity bias. Like, it just happened to work that once, and isn't actually, like, a really good setup where I'm just not doing it right. But because it happens that one time, I just thought it would always. So, yeah, that's literally, like, the definition of positivity bias. I think? Isn't it? And whatever. Like, you're just possibly, like, I don't know. Also, they could definitely be people somewhere, right? Yeah. In my opinion, you're all wrong about a lot of things, but it's interesting to see you guys talk about this. What if you just live in a simulation? That's my breaking point taunt. Yeah, let's not talk about that, because that, means some really weird things for the world as a whole. It's weird because there's the saying that you have to live like you're the main character in your own story, right? But if we're in a simulation, doesn't that mean that there is one true hero of the story? Anyway, one time people sent that somewhere sometime on Discord, and I thought about it for months. Oh no! I wouldn't really care if we lived in a simulation, because if that's what we are, then I'll just keep living my life. Yeah, that's true. I mean, all those blind spots that no one never investigates by either fear or just luck. Why? Why to me? But I'd love to hear your thoughts, Washi. You said that there's a lot you think we're just wrong on. Please, let's talk about it. Because again, this isn't an argument. This is a conversation, and I very much agree with like a lot of interpretations. And until we have like concrete evidence on like any of the things that I'm saying, I'm okay with believing in all of them. I'm okay with, when the time comes and something is like proven wrong, I'm okay with saying, yeah, okay, that was wrong. No biggie. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If there's nothing different, then why be a pessimist about it? That's true. I really don't want to come off as condescending though. No, not at all. I don't, deny the theory, but I don't know, it's not for me, honestly. It's not me that I fear for. It's a scary thought in general. Like, the simulation thing. Like, to think that, Jesus, voice cracks and burps, huh? To think that there's some larger force, like, controlling us, which, I mean, so, we want to get real technical, I mean, that's how some people think about God. But what are the larger implications of that? Is everything we do the creation of someone else? And does that matter? Is there any way to break from it? Do we care at all? Some of these thoughts can be like overwhelming, especially if you let them. But also, I want to state here, and I mean this any way I say this, it's probably going to sound a little scary to someone, but there's absolutely nothing you can do either way. All right? The world is real, and we all live our lives. There's nothing you can do about that. The world is a simulation, and we're all kind of living the lives someone designed for us. There's nothing you can do about that. See, But you gotta live despite of that, like what Swashi said. You gotta live what you believe to be your life despite that, and you gotta live your life to the best of your ability. It's, like I've said time and time again, both in real life, a lot in real life, and I think I've said it a couple times online. Worry is like a rocking chair, alright? It gives you something to do, but you won't go anywhere. So there's nothing you can do, therefore you can't worry about it. Because there's nothing that you can do, and it's not gonna get you anywhere. So, what did I come back to? Oh, really, really existential thoughts. So, get made by the Cube. We're definitely made by Francine. Do you fear for our creators, Willow? Because same. They must be very disappointed. I fear mostly for the people I've met and loved and experienced, and I desperately don't want to lose it or whatever. I mean, simulations are just kind of things that run without a person's input. Do snails care that they're in a terrarium? No. Then why should we care that we're dead? It's real to me and the rest of the people I care about, and that's all that matters. Exactly, Swashi. If that is the truth, if it isn't the truth. Exactly. Philosophy, which is my least favorite thing to talk about. Oh. I don't want to hurt them, and that's so dramatic, but thinking about how other people feel so often, and I adore these people and you guys, but it just enjoy it while I'm here with these people. Also, Swash, why? I mean, it's useless, I get it. This is ultimately an utterly useless conversation. It is. There is nothing that's really gonna come from this conversation except for the passing of time, which, as we've talked about, is a construct. Man, I really sound like a teacher. I really sound like a philosophy crackpot conspiracy teacher. Come on, students, get out your tinfoil hats. We're having another one of those days. I entertained the thought of being a teacher for a while, to be completely honest. Because aside from like pre-cal and stuff that literally does not matter unless your profession relies on those particular things, which is like very, very unlikely. And instead of getting taught like practical things like how to do our taxes and make a budget and stuff like that, we're taught how to do pre-cal, because that's infinitely more useful than knowing how to live our lives past school. I'm being sarcastic. So I legitimately entertain the idea of being like a math teacher or something. And also, for like a very short time, I entertained the idea of being an English teacher. Not because I think I can speak it well, but I love learning about the English language. And again, even though I can't necessarily form my thoughts in the correct order sometimes, there's a lot. I feel like English as a class is so kind of stupid sometimes, because it's not even English. It's more like it should be called literature sometimes, right? Like when you read books in English class, I mean, maybe you're learning some new words, you know, you're learning how sentences are formed, maybe, stuff like that, how to create, how to basically remix the dictionary to your own using. But sometimes it's just more of a literature class, and that wouldn't be bad either. So maybe I'd like to be a literature teacher. That's a thought that I had. All right, anyway, please let this be a normal field trip. Hey, cool. It's very unscientific in my opinion and breeds pseudoscience sometimes. Well, we already talked about pseudoscience. I don't know if you were there for that, but yeah. We already talked about like the entire concepts of time travel being pseudoscience. At this point in our timeline. Maybe someday they won't be pseudoscience, but right now, in an ironic twist of fate, there is no way to record any data, there's no way to have any experiments, there's no way to analyze or share any data. Therefore, the scientific method, the cycle is not completed, and therefore, by definition, time travel is nothing more than a mere pseudoscience. So I understand that, but it's still fun to talk about. And who knows, maybe one day it won't be a pseudoscience. So Mrs. Rose, we have to take a trip on the magical school bus. Please let us be a normal field trip. With friends, with Rose, no way. Cruising down the main street. God, philosophy sucks, yet all I think about, I would never major on this. F Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle is epic, though. I mean, yeah, F her. So she's obnoxious as F. Wait, we've had the conversation before about Frizzle. We have, yeah. You guys said how she almost murdered a child. We repeat a lot, I know. We have. I used geometry once, and it was for measurements to create garden crates. This is an effing cycle. We're going in circles over and over. The simulation! Anyway, never mind, go back to theories. I hate math so much more. My brain is running 1,000,000 miles per hour on this subject. Stop. Unfortunately, okay, something I would love to address for all eternity is my brain running on an idea, on a thought, on a subject constantly, and me talking about it constantly. It's like, why are you always talking about such and such concept? Because it's always on my mind. And sometimes it's like stuff about like this, like time travel and philosophy and stuff like that, which is on my mind quite a bit. And I do legitimately love talking about it. But also there are other minor things like mental health related. So like depression, anxiety, ADHD, especially depression and ADHD. I talk about those a lot in my day-to-day life. And I've gotten, without the question itself, but the meaning behind it being the same, I've been asked, why do you always talk so much about it? And the reason I talk so much about it is because it doesn't escape my brain a second of the day. I talk so much about it because I'm always thinking about it, and there's nothing I can do to help that. It's like, if you had a ticking clock in your ear for all time, wouldn't that be all that you would talk about? It's just constantly there, that ticking clock in your ear. What does that ticking clock mean? How does it affect you? Of course you're going to be talking about that constantly, because it's always right there, right in your ear. It's always on the forefront of your mind. Now the answer is going to be maybe until like 4 a.m., but you're going for a lot more to stream after you. Bebo, you sent me down a rabbit hole for months. You stay out of this. No, stay away from me. That's why he has me. He is the DVD. No, he is. He exists. He's why I somehow exist in multiple universes. Yeah, well, is he single or not? Depends on which timeline we're talking about. I love that both Bebo and I, and honestly, if the rest of the people knew us and our history and stuff, and like we've kind of mentioned it here and there on this stream, especially Swashy, she's like really been picking up on it. There's a lot that we talk about that you could just understand if you know. So that's none of my business. I'm gone. Bye, Taunt from Spider-Man. Unless you want me to be in character. Bye, Swashy from Fish. Ooh, Pug. So yeah, we have our own lore, him and I. Both with with characters that we created and just like our own lore between the two of us. But yeah, he's a character. He's a character that is he's both a character, like I'm like a creation of ours, but also part of our lore aside from our characters. It's weird. What are you actually leaving? Nah, okay. You didn't! I did not even! Finally, I finished Clayflog Lord. People versus Lord. Now you're getting a step across the ass. You definitely haven't finished Clayfrog Lore. Taunt. Man, I haven't even finished Clayfrog Lore. Make that 777. Okay, Rose, no pressure. Oh. I love the messages like that, where like things happen later in chat than they do for me. So it's like, okay, no pressure. Oh, and I'm really getting my ass ripped to the side. But yeah, there's a lot of intertwining lore between myself, my friends, and myself. I love everything that I'm kind of starting to set up and create with OBH Family. I love some of the things that Bebo and I have come up with, and I desperately want to create more with him and be able to talk about all of that very soon. And it's because, like, I love playing video games, I love talking, I clearly love talking, but, like, one of the things that has been consistent about me throughout, like, my entire life is my passion for writing and creating. in that way. And I don't mean like physical creations. I mean like creating stories, creating characters, creating plot lines. So why do people like FNAF so much is my philosophy of the day. What is FNAF? What is FNAF? And funny what now? Skibbity button dada. That one. I don't want me to sleep on. I just. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Hello. I mean, it looks like an alright game. I really like. Oh, Friday Night Funkin'. I said FNAF. the lemon demon there. Yeah, no, I really. You remember that one drawing I shared to the Discord and my Instagram and my Twitter? Yeah, that was totally inspired by the lemon demon. Like, I only created that because of the lemon demon. I'm like, I want to make something that looks like that. So then I did it. It literally was, don't do it, don't you dare. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I said it. I said FNAF. My brain auto-connected. Auto-connected? See? I can't. To be fair, I've lived with FNAF for such a long time in my life. And I genuinely love FNAF. And I don't talk about it as much as like just about any other thing in my life. Because of none other than cancel and cringe culture. So, like, you know, you go to middle school and someone's like, oh, you like such and such thing? That's cringe. Yeah, that's why I don't talk about the things that I love. Because I had that ingrained into me over 4 years. So, like, literally all of my passion for FNAF, don't talk about it. I mean, Undertale I can't not talk about. And I see so much, or I have seen so much consistent Undertale love between all of the people that I know. And especially, okay, going back to the stuff with like me and Bebo, that's been a big part of my life, Undertale stuff. So I think that's one of the ones that I'm more comfortable talking about. But it's like the same, just about the same amount of love for FNAF than I have for Undertale. It's just I don't talk about it because, ooh, that's cringe. So, Lemon Demon is Lemon Grab's distant cousin once removed. Yeah, no kidding. He really is, though. Springtrap is still alive even after all these years. Matt that died and came back. Also, you cannot convince me that the Lemon Demon FNAF is not a reference to the Lemon Demon band because they both have extremely weird lyrics as opposed with colorful music and visuals. Oh, no, for sure. That has to be 100% on the nose. By colorful music, I mean bopping music. Yeah, your skin is freezing, so let me help you take it off. Bro, I've been waiting to talk about FNAF for a long time, but it's convoluted. We've discussed, you and I have discussed FNAF once or twice. And there was like two, I can pinpoint exactly 2 moments in my life where I talked about Bendy and the Ink Machine with you. And like, I do love that game and I love that series. I really wish they had gone a separate direction, an original vision. I'm pretty sure that, not unlike that Hello Neighbor situation, MatPat actually did reveal the truth before it was like out, and so the creators just like changed what their story was going to be, but that was completely it from the spot. Like, Hello Neighbor became such a like giant heap of mess and trash compared to what it used to be. And you can see there's a clear fall right after MatPat talked about it. Like, I have my own opinions about MatPat in general, but let me just put that out there. I think MatPat was completely correct about what was going to happen in Hello Neighbor, and so they just completely flipped it on its script, and then they made it so much worse. And I think the same thing happened with Bendy. I think that the Ink Demon Bendy should have been Joey Drew. I completely believe that. And I think instead of having, the Ink Demon monster be nothing than just a monster and a big boss, have him be at the end, you're trying to not fight him, but to save him, and that, at the end of the game, you save his soul maybe or something else, and you see, it's Joey Drew. Bendy, that's my sauce. I liked Bendy and the Machine and Hello Neighbor, but I couldn't get into the lore-wise. Literally didn't get into Hello Neighbor craze. Bendy and the Ink Machine I was going into. The story isn't done yet, though, since we're getting more content soon enough. I did see that today, and I'm really excited about that. That's really cool. Oh, I'm supposed to go to bed in 3 minutes. Cool. I'll keep a note of that. In other words, gotta wrap this up soon. But I was fairly into Hello Neighbor when it was like in beta and alpha and demo stuff. Like again, before MatPat made his theory and then they changed it and went such a different direction. The game was really, really cool, both gameplay and lore-wise, and I was really excited for it. And then they crapped on it. After MatPat put all the clues together. And Betty and the Ink Machine is still a good game regardless. Like, the gameplay is very good. The story is slightly lacking, but considering what, like, Hello Neighbor turned into, it's so much better, and I can forgive it. You really need to play Boris in the Darker Survival. It fits a lot of prequel stuff. Okay, speaking of videos, thinking of going into it again. Yeah, I still haven't finished it on my playthroughs. I'm not into many fandoms, so literally don't get any of this. Oh, okay, cool. I hated Bendy and the Ink Machine's ending. I really do too. I really do too. I couldn't do it. Guys don't mind, I'm probably just gonna go a lot quieter for the last portion of this stream, because I really do think that I can get this, but I think it's gonna take a lot. Oh, that should have been it. I think it's gonna take a lot more focus. It definitely wasn't satisfying. It's too ambiguous and weird for me. Didn't deliver anything since you never got out of the studio. Henry is just in an endless cycle. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that he's stuck in an endless cycle. Until literally just now when you mentioned that. So, moment of truth. Moment of truth, huh? We're either gonna see something or we're not. I'm probably gonna be understandably a little upset if it's not there. But I'm still gonna take it with pride because for all intents and purposes, even if the game doesn't recognize it as such, I beat Forsaken City Dashless. I beat Forsaken City Dashless. You cannot convince me otherwise. Even if I made a mistake after I completed a room, I beat Forsaken City Dashless. And I'm gonna take that pride before I even finish the game. Whoop whoop. I mean, FNAF is really heavy lore-wise, like every game had its thing. I highly doubt that there will be a strawberry there. Now jump down. Oh, hey, you're there. Yeah, you did. How did the rainbow game go? Oh, is he playing? Yeah, of course. Ah. Yeah, no kidding. I spent 8 hours on this. Yeah, me too. I'm saying that with a little bit of sad tears in my eyes, a little bit of happy tears in my eyes, and a big ol' smile on my face. I spent 8.5 hours. Well, if you combine the whole time, I think it totals out to being like 11 hours because I spent like a good 3 hours, if not more, on the original first hard jump. And then the second one, that was almost impossible, that other wall jump. This is me when I'm exhausted. Congratulations, Rose. I'm sorry I didn't count, but yeah, I'm so happy for you. We all are. That legitimately means so much, y'all. Thank you so much. That's super cool, though. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me on this journey. It's finally over for now. We can play the rest of the game. We can play the rest of the game. Come back next week when we finish the rest of the game. This might have been a mistake. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. This might have been a mistake. We all agree that effing dude that came in sucked, right? Yeah, there were like a few redeeming moments, I thought, and then down the drain, toilet flushing sound. Like, I really don't think that person understood that I was legitimately trying my best and doing what worked for me. Guess what? Hold on. Stick it to him. I didn't do his stupid way. I didn't grab on the wall and find the right pixel and set it up. I did it my way. Frank Sinatra, son of a bit. All right. They're still here. I don't care. I don't care. They did really hurt my vibes. How can you tell? No, Root's someone different, aren't they? I think Root is different, and also Root is streaming right now. Is Root a bot? Root kind of looks like a bot. What is that? Statistics. Sorry I dipped earlier. They were annoying me. Oh, don't be sorry. Do not. I completely understand. I was right there too. It isn't them. Yeah, I didn't think so. I wish, sometimes I really wish I had a webcam. Just a big old smile on my face. Damn, I can't believe that one mistake. Alright. Thank you guys for being here with me when I beat Celeste Forsaken City Dashless. Even if the game says you made a mistake once on accident because you were talking to your mom. I did it! I beat Forsaken City Dashless, motherfucker. Front-facing Madeline. You know, I really do not like that sprite. I gotta be honest. It's one of the not so good ones. 8 hours and 34 minutes. Amazing stuff. Someone insert the hand reaching out. She's judging me. I think it's funny. New emote? New emote. Did I just quadruple? Call that emote dashless for me, will ya? I think I legitimately quadrupled that. I think it was on the verge of being 1,000. Oh god, I got hiccups from it. Oh no. Oh, spicy food mixed with hiccups equals not good for me. Oh my god. Oh, there's hiccups. Honestly, I can't wait until you play the final level because that is even more hell maybe. Oh man, I don't care. I can take on anything. I can hiccup. I can take on anything. I can take on the final level. I beat Forsaken City Dashless. That sounded terrible. Insert Shaq tasting spicy chicken wing. Not important, but oh my god, you have adorable hiccups. Thanks. No, I don't. Who gave me a notification? Naruto Amino gave me a notification right as I was trying to hear myself hiccup. I hate you. Why are there so many notifications from that Amino? I hate it. That one did sound fun, though. God. Whew. So, how about that weather? Stop hiccuping. It sounded so fun. God! Stop! I laughed. I really did laugh so hard I get myself hiccups. Rose, they like your company. It's not that. It's just the Amino, like, here's a post. I love that I just keep on the sentence, even though they hiccup in the middle. It's like, just disregard that small hiccup. I mean, it literally is a hiccup. Stop. That's Reddit now. Reddit's giving me a notification. How dare you? Anyone up for round 2? Rose, they like your company. What's the clip? It's the clip of your death count going up. Oh, thank you. I've never been on Amino, and I'm glad for it. I have spent what I'd consider the best almost 4 years of my life on Amino. So I have a certain fondness for it. Stop. Reddit moment. Yeah, no kidding. Reddit moment. Amino's okay depending on where you go. Depending on where you go and who you meet. And also how old the people you meet are, because oh my god, there's so many young people on Amino and I want to kill them. Let's go round 2. Let's not. Let's go bed. Let's go sleep. Let's go. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow and the day after that. Do it dashless and deathless? Okay, cool. Thank you. I definitely will. You know, round 2 fight. I would very okay. I know what the stream that I want to do Friday night is. I know what it is. Hiccup. I'm just hoping that my internet will actually be able to do it this time. Looking back on the last stream that I did that was like it, oh my god, it broke so much. And I know there's something that there's definitely some things I can do to help it, but it's also just completely dependent on the internet. So in other words, hi, we're gonna have a stream Friday night. It's probably not gonna be super duper long or super duper interesting, but hopefully you'll enjoy it nonetheless. Also, if he's still up for it, I'm gonna be streaming with Dula on Sunday. If he's still up for it / still can, I'm gonna be streaming some Overwatch with Dula on Sunday. So those are some things to look forward to. And then, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not, because I don't want to say something and then not have it come true. So, when I've learned that from myself, I need to not do that. So, I'm just going to go. I said so many times. So, this is just going to be the end of the stream. Thank you all for. And, so this is the end of the video. Anyway, I was doing that so I could like put whatever I needed to put wherever I need to put it for a video. Anyway, thank you for coming to this stream. A lot of people came to the stream. Like almost every single one from my Discord came to the stream, and also some other cool people that I don't know anything about came to the stream. And by cool people, I mean one of them's maybe cool. I don't know. Maybe a bot. The other person's like pretty much not cool. But hey, so again, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching me try to beat that one room for 8 hours. It really, really does mean a lot. And I talked about it a couple times. I legitimately did consider giving up on it, just quitting, and going on to the next part of... Yeah, one of them was kind of a little piss boy, to be honest. I did consider giving up on it and just going to the next chapter and continuing. But kind of like Celeste, the game, kind of like the theme of Celeste, and more importantly, the story of Madeline, I think I needed to do it for myself. And part of it was to prove to myself that I could do it, right? Especially at the beginning, it's like, oh yeah, I can do it. I'm cool enough to do it. But then as it kept going on, and especially in that one room, it did, and I think this is kind of also aligns with the story of Celeste, the game, and of course Madeline's story, which is, it changed from needing to prove to myself that I could do it, and needing to prove to myself that I could not give up, that I could keep trying, despite my failings, despite all the falls. So, one of them was definitely not that one kid from Polar Express, and one of them was. But yeah, I think it turned into needing to know that I could keep trying, no matter how many times I failed, and how many hours it took. Know that I could keep trying, and that it would matter. Hey Rose, did you see that one post I made in the gaming lounge? It depends. Is it the one where you said that you did the thing in Celeste? I did see that. It was a couple days ago, and I can't remember exactly what you said, but I did see it. But hey, that's just a theory. Yeah. And I remember thinking, that's super cool. I don't think I said anything because I was busy at the time, but hey, that's super cool, Swash. And getting an hour, sub-hour run of Celeste is super cool too, so I hope you take that in pride too. That's just a 4,000 death dashless run. 3,000 death, alright. I love you, 3,000. So, don't say anything. So, there was clearly a line forward where it was too clear where I was gonna have this lead, and I don't even care. It's so dumb, like the way it. The thing is, final thoughts on the stream and this journey. Again, it started as needing to prove to myself that I could do it, ended as me needing to know that I could keep trying, and then that would matter. Not unlike I try to tell you guys every single time I stream or upload a video, or try to tell myself daily, which is to keep trying because it matters, and to keep fighting because you matter. You matter. If the time travel, weird, alternate butterfly effects didn't have any meaning on you, trust me, there is a butterfly effect with you in this world. You have touched so many lives and impacted so many others in a way that you can't ever erase. You've made someone's day by saying you liked their shirt. You've bought someone their favorite mug. You gave someone a hug when they really needed it. You lent that one person $2 to never see them or their $2 again, but it meant a lot to them. There's so many things you can't erase from this world, and you shouldn't erase yourself either. You should always keep fighting, because again, you matter. So, thank you guys for being here. Again, it means so much. As a particular redacted have said to me in a 12-hour live stream, when you create something, you give a little bit of your soul to that thing that you create. But when you receive something, when you watch something, when you're involved with something, you give a little bit of yourself to that too. You give a little bit of your time, and you can't ever get that time back. And so to be here with me through this journey, through those 8 hours, that's super, super special. And again, I can't thank you enough. So, some things, it's not Mark and Ethan though. They're fine, they didn't die. And some things that you can erase, like the little pencil marks you make accidentally. The lore! What if I end the stream on the lore? I'm definitely doing it. Bye. Love y'all.